I am 5 weeks pregnant. I actually can't believe that I'm saying those words. When I say it still has not hit me whatsoever, and it literally just breaks my heart because I clicked on the Pregnancy Plus app to see my little bean and what she's up to, and stop, like, look at her, curled round now into a cute little baby shape. I keep saying her, by the way, because my whole life, the whole time that Nathan and I have discussed having babies, which has been from the start of when we met, like, he's known that I'm just obsessed with babies and it's my one true dream to have a baby. Like, I know that's my life's purpose. I'm not meant to do anything else on this earth but love this little being. We've just always talked about her and a little girl. Obviously it could be a boy, so I say her. Obviously on 5 weeks I have no idea. The main symptom I've had is extreme cramping, so much so that sometimes I have to sit down. Like, if I'm stood up for too long, it's just too much. And I was googling, like, is this good, is this bad, what the hell? And yeah, it is your womb contracting, expanding, creating space for the baby to grow. So that hasn't been as bad the last day, now that I'm 5 weeks, but at first I was having to take deep breaths. I also get dizziness that comes over me in waves. Sometimes I will get the odd, like, sicky feeling that comes over in waves, but I haven't actually been sick yet. A really random symptom is sneezing. Yes, I can't stop sneezing. I'm now actually getting a little bit of a cold, but before that I was sneezing like crazy, and that is a pregnancy symptom. So tiredness, I'm absolutely in bits by the end of the night. Like, by 8 PM I'm in bed. I wake up fine, I go to the gym really early. Slightly sore boobs, nothing too crazy, but slightly sore. I am 5 weeks pregnant. My tummy. I am 7 weeks plus 3 days pregnant. I still can't believe it. I'm feeling so much better. Let me tell you, last week was a bad week. The morning sickness was full throttle. The worst part about morning sickness for me is the nausea. It's the constant headachy, sicky, lethargic, and then you're sick and you feel better for a bit, and then it's back and you just can't escape it. But I am feeling a lot better. I've managed to get some exercise in the last few days, which does help, but it does make me sick after I've exercised. And also, something so interesting, my bones are just so weak. My muscles are so weak. I can't lift what I used to lift. Yesterday in the gym I was doing walking lunges and I was just in bits. I was just so tired. But I am feeling more energized this week, which is excellent. And it's also a very, very exciting week because on Saturday, today is Tuesday, we are going to our first scan for the little Bubba Lubba. The first ever scan. We're getting an early scan. We're going to a private clinic. I'm so excited. Although I've googled what the 8-week scans look like, and it's hardly anything. I was saying to Nate, like, if only we waited until like 9 weeks. The ideal week would be 10 weeks, just because they're a little bit more formed, but then you've only got 2 weeks until your NHS first scan, so not really much point. So it's good to do it now because it checks there's a heartbeat, it checks the baby's growing in the right place, it checks growth, how far along in the pregnancy you are. Today is a very exciting day because we are off to our 8-week scan. Are you excited?
Yes, how are you?
Sounds like you're off to our afternoon tea with the king, Jesus. So we're going to Solihull, which is about half an hour away, and there's been an accident, so it's taken us 44 minutes. I'm a little bit on edge that we're going to be late, but hopefully it's all okay. So this is an early reassurance scan.
What the fuck are they doing?
And the purpose of the scan is to make sure that there's a heartbeat, to make sure that the baby's growing in the right place. Whoa! To confirm if there are multiple pregnancies and confirm how far along you are. This is what the little darling looks like at 8 weeks pregnant. The teeniest, tiniest little dot ever. They are the size of a raspberry, but we did get to hear their heartbeat, which is so cute. I feel like this is the epitome of first trimester. I literally feel so bad. Literally woke up with a splitting headache. Like my head had been run over by a truck. And then just on the verge of being sick. Tummy ache, lethargicness, shakes, no motivation. Sound like a moaning myrtle, but it's quite hard. Wow, this baby has been doing some growing. I am 11 weeks plus 4 days pregnant, and whilst my overall energy motivation is up, going to the gym at 6 AM, doing my evening walks, by the time 7:30 comes around, which is now, oh my goodness, it felt so good just to sit on the sofa for a minute. The pain in my feet just relieves. It's like I have honestly worked a 16-hour bar shift. I used to work at a bar at uni, and it's taken me back to those days. Like, I've honestly done manual labour, but I haven't. I've been sat on my bum working all day. I've been going back to all of my favourite YouTubers that have had a baby, and I'm watching all of their pregnancy stuff again, just because obviously I love them. I love watching them, and I obviously watched the pregnancy videos at the time, but now I am pregnant. It's just so interesting to watch it whilst you're going through that same season, so that's fantastic. I've just put in a keto lasagna. Oh wow, yesterday my hunger was just out of control. I could not, or skew whiff, I could not get on top of my hunger for the life of me. I would not stop eating anything and everything. I just didn't feel full, and then I went to bed feeling really stuffed and just not very nice. I am 11 weeks pregnant today, and for the first time my bump is showing without it being evening time and after copious amounts of food. Let me just turn to the side. Look at that, a little bumpy boo-boos. A little zoom. I've got a bump. I've got a bump. Oh my gosh, so cute, look. Yes, little baby. I have just got back to the gym. 2 days to go until I am 12 weeks, and my tummy, let me come nearer. Look at that. Look at my tummy. Crazy. The fact that I thought that I actually had a bump at that point is probably the most ludicrous thing I have ever seen or heard in my whole life. I've got no idea. I'm clueless. Honestly, clueless. 12 weeks today and off for our 12-week scan. Much to our dismay and to my upset, our NHS scan was cancelled a couple days before us going, and they told us they have no idea when they're able to book us in again due to staff shortages. So obviously I was completely hysterical, and they said, listen, just to put our mind at ease, let's just do another private scan to make sure that the baby is a-okay. So that is exactly what we're doing today. Another scan, and then the NHS one is to follow. I am beyond excited because obviously we had our last one at 8 weeks, and the little bubba was a mere little peanut dot, so tiny, and now they have all of their hands and legs, they have their head, they're opening and closing their fists. And the brilliant thing was, yes, I know that's sad that the NHS did cancel our 12-week scan and we don't know when it is, but obviously we've got this one today, private, and then hopefully we can push back the NHS one quite a bit, so then we'll see the development of the baby, and they'll be a little bit bigger when we go for the 12-week one. I'm just so excited. And we're going for a little bit of food after to celebrate the bubba because we haven't done that yet. I've started printing off all of the essential milestones of the pregnancy. Here we have got when I first found out I was pregnant, and I need to screen print my actual reaction because that is on video as well. We've got when we first went to our midwife appointment. For some reason, they've stretched out our faces to fit this square style Polaroid. And then from here we have got my bump. So that is literally 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And you'll see here, look, it looks like I've got a little bit of a bump there. A little bit of a bump. No, well, tiny bit less. And then it really pops here. So I'm wondering if this is all food and I've just taken pictures towards the end of the day, because this really is where the bump is in full force. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, great. I don't know if it's my hormones. I am just so overwhelmed with love. Like, I literally love the little babies.
First trimester brought us baby scans, highs, lows, morning sickness, excitement, and a whirlwind of emotions that I never expected. First 3 months are definitely a roller coaster, but the most important thing to remember is that as soon as you hit that 12-week mark, things will get better. My midwife told me that you'll feel like a new woman, and indeed I did